What's going on for Aquarius in March? We have the Six of Cups. Okay, my dear Aquarius, in March, somebody might phone you, ring you, write you a letter, write you a text message, write you an email that you already know. That could be somebody who you've been in school with, a childhood friend, somebody you haven't heard from for a long time. Could be a relative, but it could also be an ex-boyfriend, ex-girlfriend, okay? Somebody you already know is gonna knock your door, is gonna say hi, is gonna try to reconnect. Now, you have to know yourself whether to trust that person or whether to be more careful. I'll just say hi in the chat to Kurt Strohmeyer. So the thing here with the Six of Cups is you have to trust your gut about this, okay? Only you can decide whether the person that comes towards you has good intentions or not. In this case, the colors are very positive, okay? Yellow and pink. So that is actually the feeling of sitting together, talking about the good old days, how nice it was to grow up in the 80s or 70s or something like this. So it looks like you have a good time with that person, okay? You really like them. It could also be for some of you might have lost a pet in the past, and now the pet distribution system from the universe brings another pet to you. So you basically have the feeling when you meet this pet, oh my God, I've been knowing you for ages, even though you just met this pet. Yeah, it could be like a cat, a stray cat that comes to your house and suddenly just moves in with you. Or maybe you find a dog, maybe somebody of your friends has to give away a dog, and you say, I'm going to take that dog in, and it's going to be like as if you have known this soul of the dog for a long time. So for some of you, it doesn't even have to be a human person, okay? It could be an animal person. So this is a nice feeling to have here. It's reminiscing about the past. It's a feeling of being nostalgic. Maybe you go through old pictures in March. Maybe you look at old photographs from your childhood. Maybe you do some research on your family tree. You actually want to find out, hey, who was my great-grandfather and what did he do? And who was my great-great-grandmother and what did she do in her life? So maybe you try to find out something about the past, about family members. Yeah. So you're reminiscing about the good old days, but try to be not too nostalgic in the sense of that you think everything now is bad and back then everything was good, because oftentimes it just seems so for us. Yeah. If we could really go back and look at ourselves, how we lived back then, we would see that we just had the same kind of troubles and the same kind of worries that we have nowadays. Now, let's see what is going on in April for Aquarius. We have two cards, the Knight of Cups and the High Priestess. It's really interesting that you have two Cups cards here coming in for your future, because the Cups are actually the water signs. So you could meet somebody here who is a Cancer, a Scorpio, or a Pisces person. And this person could really try to connect with you in a romantic way. So that this could be a suitor, somebody who actually tries to woo you, who says, let's go on a date, I wanna buy you flowers, I wanna just hang out with you because I really want to get to know you. Now, this is the energy of somebody who's very flirtatious, who's very cute, but also the energy of somebody who's just not around for very long. So please check out if you really want that, because that is normally not somebody who has forever on his mind or her mind. That's not somebody who wants to get married and have kids. That's more somebody who likes a little bit of a romance, especially when you are traveling. People are more looking for romances than the forever thing. So you should be careful if you really want that or not. If that is not a suitor coming towards you, this could also mean that you carry the Knight of Cups energy, that you suddenly get a fling for someone, that you suddenly fall in love with someone, that you suddenly want to woo someone. Okay, that could also be the case. And also with the Cups energy, it's water. So you might be very emotional during those days. And also what we have here in April is the High Priestess. So your senses, your spidey senses are up. That means you can trust your gut, you can trust your intuition, and you're very good about predicting the future. You're good about doing any kind of psychic readings or divination methods. That's all your thing. You're actually really talented for this, especially here in the month of April. Because the High Priestess is somebody who gets messages from the universe, somebody who gets also symbolism in dreams, and somebody who just feels in their gut what's going to happen next. So this is going to give you a huge advantage here in April concerning other people. Yeah, other people don't have this spiritual insight, which you have here, my dear Aquarius. And now let's see what's going on in May for Aquarius. What's going on in May? We have another 2 cards in May. We have the Four of Cups and the Chariot. Now, the Four of Cups is an energy of sometimes you're looking, as I said before, sometimes you're looking at the past like it's something wonderful and your now looks really dull and dire, but that's not the case. The universe is telling you you're just looking at the sad side of life, while if you would just turn your head, you would be at the bright and colorful side of life. So it depends on what you look at, my dear Aquarius. There are maybe some negative things about your life. Sure, why not? Everybody has that. But there are also positive things. There are also things that you can tap into which are really great, like your own talents, your talent for creativity, your talent for predictions, your high intuition. There is, for example, also your emotionality. Your emotionality, not everybody has that, okay? That you can love with your whole heart. So there are enough things that are positive, you just don't like to look at them so much. You maybe indulge too much in lamenting about life and looking at the negative sides. So the universe is telling you, don't worry, we're gonna give you a new cup that is filled with love and tenderness and care and something wonderful, okay? There is a gift coming towards you. So please don't be sad. And also here with the Chariot, I like that you get this card because next week we're going to get into the year of the fire horse, okay, my dear Aquarius? So this means we have the fiery horses here, which is you taking the train into that new Chinese year, okay? So the year of the fire horse starts off very powerful with you having the energy of the Chariot is the energy of Cancer. And as I told you here before, you might have somebody around you or Cancer or Scorpio or Pisces in your own chart. Now here with the card of Cancer, it's most likely that you have Cancer somewhere around you or in your own chart. And the Cancer energy brings the energy of movement. So you really want things to get into motion again. You want to move, actually move. So some of you might actually move in May 2026. You might move from one city to the other, from one country to the other, from one continent to the other. You really want to get things going because you need change, okay? You need a change of scenery. I can also see that here in this card that you need a change of scenery, which is why you take the lead in your life and you say, okay, now we're going to go somewhere very else. We're going to set things into motion. So even if you do not move house, this means you set things into motion. Like, for example, you have always been dreaming of going back to university. Then now you take that first step. You start sending applications to universities or something like this. So you're taking real steps, physical steps towards a goal, okay? You're starting to move towards that. And this is really amazing. So I see a lot of water energy. Look at that. 6 of Cups, Knight of Cups, the 4 of Cups, plus the Chariot, which is the card of Cancer, which is another Cups sign, and the High Priestess. So this is a lot of water energy, okay? Which is interesting because when we're going into the year of the fire horse next week, then you have a lot of water energy here. And so that there is a lot of energy of emotionality. Yeah, so it might be a little bit of an emotional roller coaster for you the next 2-3 months, okay? Because things are just getting into motion and things are moving so quickly. Yeah, so be prepared that you're not going to be that bored long anymore. Yeah, because things are going like crazy now in the future for you. Things are going to happen.